All right, we're coming to you here live from Davos, and just as Pierpont Morgan as well as the Rothschilds were legendary bankers in the global context, I've got with me India's own legendary banker, Uday Kotak. Pleasure to have you as always.
Great to be here.
Mr. Kotak, let me ask you about how great it is to be in Davos in 2013 versus 2012, because many people that I speak to say there is India fatigue set in.
I wish the global interest in India was as much as the size of the Indian contingent, because we are now the second largest contingent in Davos. So Indians love to be here a lot more than at this stage what the rest of the world seems to be liking India.
So that's the problem really, because I'm seeing there are 4 sessions with Indian people, Indian speakers on the panel. There's only one session which is geared specifically to India. And is that really a problem? Why are China and Africa, for instance, getting so much more attention than India?
I think China is a different ball game. So I have no doubt that the World Economic Forum would do anything to get more Chinese participation in Davos. So that is fully understandable, and it's time that we in India began to recognize that China is on a different planet compared to where we are today.
Okay, well, has part of the reason been the government's policies? The fact that, yes, there have been reforms coming in, but a little late in the year, and there's been massive amount of yo-yoing when it comes to tax investments for foreign investors, for instance.
You know, I frankly feel that Indian business is becoming too dependent on what government does or does not do. It's time for us in business and in enterprise to really think about how we make India more efficient and more competitive. I mean, the current account situation in India is highlighting the fact that we import a lot more than we export. It means we are not competitive. We better get more competitive rather than asking the government to fix everything for us.
But when the government is talking about a possible banking license coming in, and as early as this year, how would you at Kotak Mahindra Bank react to foreign banks coming in and competing with you?
I think there are 2 parts to your question. One is foreign banks and second is new Indian banks. And let me first address the second one, which is new Indian banks. We welcome competition, but we need to keep in mind that banking is a very high systemic stability area. Therefore, as new banks come in, there has to be reasonable process and structure, because you're talking about very leveraged institutions coming into business. Therefore, we need to be sure that there are enough processes in place within our system to ensure that banking is continuing to be as well regulated as it has been. That's as far as Indian banks are concerned. And as far as foreign banks are concerned, frankly, the world's changed since 2008. And we in India have seen a very sharp drop in competitive intensity of foreign banks.
So you feel even if they come in, it's not going to be the same competition? They're focusing more on the domestic markets than wanting to venture out? Is that something you're saying?
I think foreign banks are just focused a lot on the creamy layer of the marketplace. It's time that when we give them more presence in India, they better go deep down into India as well.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view, faster response time, and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.